Good evening, spooklings. Cuddle up, close your eyes, and sink into the deep abyss as we stumble into a tale that will chill you to the bone. We've all felt at one point or another like someone just might be watching us, that an unknown stranger is lurking around the corner, right in our own home. In this tale, I think I've got a stalker, and he sends me sticky notes, written by just the girl next door. Young Anna experiences just such a horror. When her safe place becomes fraught with danger, what will she do, I wonder? I'm not really sure where to begin, but I do know that I need some advice. So, it all started out with a sticky note. First it was 1, then 2, and now I've got a whole drawer full of them. Maybe I should give you a little background information. I moved into my first apartment about a month ago. It wasn't anything special, but it was mine. I noticed the first sticky note when I was stocking up my refrigerator with copious amounts of Chinese takeout I'd ordered for the night. I was tired after all the unpacking and decided to just order a little bit of everything. I don't know how long the sticky note had been on my fridge before I noticed it, but midway through putting my egg rolls in there, I noticed a plain yellow note with one simple word scrawled across it in thick black ink. Welcome. I glanced at it, and I didn't pay it very much mind. It was midnight at this point, and the only thing I really wanted to think about was getting into bed. Honestly, I figured it was either a note from the previous tenant or the landlord. Crumpling it within the palm of my hand, I discarded it and headed off to bed. The next morning, when I stumbled into the kitchen, though, there was another one. Hi there. A look of complete and utter confusion was plastered across my face. Frantically, I ripped it into shreds and shoved it into the trash. I know I hadn't heard anyone come into my apartment any time during the night. I'm usually a very light sleeper. There's no way anyone could have snuck in without me noticing. Then again, I was exhausted that night, so maybe? The next night I laid in bed and I stared at the ceiling for hours, just waiting to hear the sound of the front door creaking open. I never heard a single thing, and before I knew it, I dozed off. The next morning I crept into the kitchen, expecting to see another note. The second I rounded the corner, though, a nervous giggle bubbled from my lips, and I sighed a breath of relief when there was no sticky note in my fridge. I thought I was just scaring myself. It must have been there with the one from the night before, and I just hadn't noticed it. Making a beeline to the bathroom, I hurriedly began to get myself ready for the day. Since I'd stayed up so late, I slept in a little later than usual. Squeezing some toothpaste onto my toothbrush, I lifted it to my mouth, and I immediately dropped it into the sink when I noticed something stuck to my mirror. You look beautiful today. Chills raced over my arms, and it took all I had not to worry myself into a full-blown panic. My heart was pounding and my breath shaky. My hands gripped the side of the sink as I stared up at the sticky note and quickly scanned the bathroom. I called in sick to work that morning and tore my entire apartment apart, looking for some kind of explanation. Some part of me thought I might find some sticky note pads or pens stashed away somewhere, but I didn't find any of that. I'm not sure what I should do if they continue, but I know I can't afford to move out right now. Any advice on what I should do is welcome. If I receive another one, I'll keep all of you posted. It's been a week since the incident, and I haven't received any more. Up until then, they appeared in my apartment like clockwork, so I'm sure there will be an update.